Welcome to Climate Quickies, bite-sized nuggets of climate goodness from our TEDxLondon experts in under 5 minutes.
In this week's Climate Quickie, we hear from Kristy Drutman, the founder at Browngirl Green and the Green Jobs Board, helping people find their dream climate career. If you've ever been curious about what it's like to work in climate, how to get into it, and what sort of roles there are beyond being a scientist or a politician, this is the Climate Curious episode for you. Let's head over to Kristy to learn about green jobs. Stay curious.
Hi, I'm Kristy Drutman, and I am the founder of Browngirl Green and the co-founder of the Green Jobs Board, which is a climate tech company focused on recruiting and getting people into climate-related and social impact jobs. Green jobs encapsulate a wide set of principles, but I would say at the core of it is a job that is focused on improving the environmental well-being of the planet and communities, and are prioritizing people and the planet over profit. I would say when people think of a green job or a climate job, you're typically picturing an old guy with glasses in a lab somewhere studying soil. But a green job can be so much more than that. We're saying that green jobs can mean that you are a reporter, a journalist on the ground reporting about these issues. A green job could mean that you're an accountant crunching numbers to help support a nonprofit or a for-profit climate tech startup. I think there's just way more creativity that's out there now. Like, you can do arts, you can do writing, you can do marketing. You can get into finance and research analysis. It's not just about the strict science anymore. And I think expanding that definition will make a lot more people feel like they can be a part of a green job. The International Labor Organization estimates that 24 million new green jobs are going to be created around the world, because a lot of industries are now shifting towards being more sustainably minded. There's a huge demand for wanting to work at a place that is more values aligned and is centering people and the planet at the forefront. And I think the concept of a green job offers that promise rather than just working for a job for a job. I think people who are looking for green jobs are people that want to have their job have some sort of extra meaning to it, giving back, being able to think about the long-term impact of what that position or that career is actually going to look like. It goes far beyond just a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a new mindset shift around knowing that you can make your work have double or triple the impact, and to not just stay in your own silo of thinking about those things. And so we need more people expanding the definition that every job can become a climate job. I think everyone has a responsibility, even within their job, to be thinking about that. And so I just wanted to include that as well, because I think people think, oh, it's just up to the environmentalists to solve this issue. But the fact of the matter is a green job is a really amazing teaching tool in which people, no matter what career they're currently in, can be thinking about, hey, how could my job or my workplace be more sustainably minded? I have been doing environmental activism and advocacy for almost 10 years now. I started off in university and really got deep into the environmental space. But I remember, even though I was so passionate about these issues, I didn't see people who looked like me. I didn't really feel like I had a clear blueprint or roadmap. By the time I graduated, I still had no idea what I was going to do. And I would send my resumes out to the wind and not hear anything back. And it felt so discouraging when I felt like I had done the work. I had done my due diligence to prove that I was in the space, I was passionate, I had the skill set, but yet, why was this so challenging to me? And so, when I ended university, I started my podcast and media series, Browngirl Green, which was focused on really trying to emphasize this experience and this struggle of being a young woman of color, wanting to build a lifestyle, build build a lifelong career and lifetime focused on fighting against the climate crisis. But yeah, I didn't feel like I had the resources or support to get there. My family is not environmental activists. Like, I didn't come from that background. It was all through a journey of my own curiosity and passion. But unfortunately, statistically, that doesn't necessarily lead to opportunities for advancement, for growth, for leadership. I had to fight tooth and nail, and luckily had mentors who helped provide that for me. Otherwise, I don't think I'd be sitting here on this podcast today. And I would say my story is not unique. I would say it's a story that happens to so many people around the world who maybe care about these issues, but at the end of the day, it's not their priority. They don't see the opportunity in it. And that's why I think the Green Jobs Board felt like such a timely opportunity to now create a new conversation about climate solutions in a way that felt tangible, practical, especially speaking to young people and saying, hey, this is part of it, right? We're building workforce. We're doing workforce development. We're going to think about how do we build this next generation of people who can get into climate jobs to do better, to make it more accessible, to think about how this industry has been very gatekept and hasn't provided the right conditions to really employ more diverse qualified candidates. People can learn more by going to my website, browngirlgreen.com, and also following at Green Jobs Board and at browngirl_green, where we talk all things environmental education and climate jobs and opportunities.
Thanks for listening to this quickie.
This episode was created by our superstar podcast team at TEDxLondon. Until next time,
stay curious.